Book 6, second piece, first movement, Handel Sonata in F major, Adagio. So we have a moderately slow tempo. We're starting off mezzo forte. There is one flat in the key signature because that's what we get when we're playing in F major. We have B flats. Good idea probably to run up and down the F major scale. So let's just do that first. Starting on an F natural. Ready, and tone, tone, semitone, tone, 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 semitone, and descend. Then if you're feeling adventurous, hop into second position and play it. So put first finger into second finger spot, F natural, test it. All right, up we go. Tone, tone, semitone, tone, 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 semitone. Back you go. If you want to, you can also hop into third position and play it. Let's do that. It's horrible starting fourth finger on a G string. Such a nasty way to play that F natural, but it's good practice. Ready, and tone, tone, semitone, tone, 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 semitone. Down we go. Elbow through, be careful there. Elbow through. So make sure you pivot on the first finger before you put the fourth finger on so that your left arm scoops under your violin and you have nice posture. Okay, we start in third position. We straight away shift down to second position. Let's have a play. I might stop and note positions on the way and then we'll do a playthrough. Third to stop. Ready, and shift, ringing A, 1 and 2, and cross, ringing D, B flat, ringing G, ringing E. First, second, third, second, E flat, third, second, third, first. Shift to second. First, second, first. Third, sorry. First. Modern. Second, fourth, second, third. Get ready for fifth, second, first, third, fifth. Stay there. Third, first, third, rest, cross and fourth position. Ready? And third. Stay in third now. Second. Stay in second. A flat, shift to first. Third. Second, first, 1 and 2, and second, first, second, okay, so looking from the start of the piece, some popular trouble spots are in the second line, playing in bar 7, B natural, B flat. I think it's a combination of the big string crossings and then just hitting that B natural well in tune and then shifting it back to B flat. I don't know, that's just a wobbly spot I often hear that's a bit weird. Bar 17, we have a shift on the open D. This is the same shift that you played back in Vericini Chic when we descend. Same thing, you shift on the open D up to third position. And theoretically it should be easy, but there's something about the look of those notes and I don't know, people just forget to shift there. So I would highlight the D for yourself in bar 17. And practice shifting as you're playing the open D. Don't leave it to the last minute or you'll miss it. Mordant's usually fine. Bar 20 is usually fine. It's just second to first to second again. Okay, bar 25 through to 31-ish takes a fair bit of drilling. So let's pick up on the up bow, the C, where the piano is marked in bar 25. Set your first finger. Practice those 3 notes. They're tones apart. C, D, E. The D and the E should ring. If they don't ring, you've got them out of tune. Best advice I can possibly give you. If they don't ring, they're wrong. And putting the fingers a tone apart there is often a little challenge. I like to release the previous finger after I've put the next finger down. So I don't play 1, 2, 3 and have them all stuck on. That hurts. Well, it doesn't hurt. It's uncomfortable. I play the 1, put down the 2, release the 1, put down the 3, release the 2. And then my vibrato is also better quality. Now, look at that third finger. You're going to scoot up past it with your second finger. So this is a weird kind of like switch thing going on. My hand moves to 4th position, but I scoot my second finger into that spot. So there's kind of 2 ways you can think about this. You can think about just moving your hand to 4th position and putting the second finger on. But it's kind of dangerous. Or you can think about moving your third finger up to its new note, which is a G natural, and then putting the second finger in behind it. I think I have a combination of the 2 going on, honestly. Yeah, I have a combo. I move with my old finger, my third finger, which is on the string, but of course I don't let it sound. I sneak the second finger in behind it before my bow lets the sound out of my violin. So, a good practice tactic. Which just sounds weird because that's not in the piece, but I'm practicing C, D, E, up to a G, back to the F. And then I think if you practice that, moving your hand to fourth position for a nice G, you can gradually wean yourself off needing the third finger to get all the way to the G. You can scoot it up and switch on the way. Shh, don't tell anyone. Ready? Okay, that's another spot to mark your semitones. F, E, F, G, and know that your second and first finger are going to touch. So I would practice 10 times. When it's right, add the next 4 notes on. You've already got the second finger in the bank. So from there, you just need to put the fourth finger onto a nice ringing A. Back to the second. Semitone to E. Second finger back down, a semitone. Okay, the phrase goes now. Practice that 10 times. Then you're ready to add the next 4 semiquavers, making sure the frame of your hand is in a nice fourth position. And now we have to think about scooting back to second position. So I've got my first finger on the string. I think about moving that back to a C sharp, and my second finger comes down right in front of it for a D natural. Okay, back from fourth to second. And I honestly keep my first finger on. There's my E. I move this back to C sharp and put the second finger right beside it. Okay, and that's the safest way to do it. Always shift with the old finger that's already on the string, and then put down the new finger when your hand is in the correct position. From our C natural, our up bow in bar 25. Second. And that's your new chunk to stop and practice 10 times. When you've got that, get ready to hop it back into third position. Third. Okay, and get your D, tone to E, squeeze the F natural in beside it. Back to our C natural at bar 25. Third. Okay, now the next little bit, 28, you want to stop and just practice 10 times by itself. You need light fingertips, and you need your thumb to be kind of poised to facilitate the hand shifting around so that we can get from third to fifth nicely. So we've got, again, think about second finger going up to the G, third to fifth. Then you can feel exactly what your hand is supposed to do. Oh, okay, I need to bring my bicep all the way through. My elbow comes way in front of my body. Once you've got that, try sticking the F into it so I hear 2, 1, 2, 3. Again. And when I've got my third finger on, stick fourth finger right beside it for B flat. So we've got 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2. Then you can probably come back to second position. 3, 2, 2, or 3, 2, 1. There are lots of different ways to play that shifting. I don't think one of them is outstandingly the winner. But when we go up to fifth position, I'd probably come back via second position. So my fingering is 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 2, 1, 1A, 1, 2, or 2A, 1, 2. I do shift back to first position before I start playing that up bow. So start in third position at bar 28, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, second position 1, 2A, 1, 2, ready, and third position. Back to the second position, third finger plays an E. And again, start in third position up to fifth position. Now back to second. And that's the next chunk that you want to drill 10 times, okay? Once you've got all those little chunks and you've practiced them and each shift is nice and efficient, try linking it back together from bar 25 up to 29. So we have. Now, new idea. First position, shift. Third position, shift. Fifth position, third position, first. Third position, first position, first. Stay there, please. Sometimes if I have words, it just helps me remember what's going on. So I'm starting halfway through 29 at the, okay, nice and easy. Ready, and. Third position. Fifth position. Third position. First. Third position. First position. Stay. Happy days? I do think that bit is horrendous. Fifth to third is generally pretty straightforward, okay? Pretty standard. We did a lot of it in book 5. Let's play that chunk one more time. And if there's any snags that you're hitting, circle them, stop, drill them 10 times. You know how to do this stuff. Ready, and. Third. Fifth now. Third. First. Third. First. Now, this is maybe the most horrible shift of the whole piece. You've got that D in your imagination. You're going to find the same note with your fourth finger on the D string in fourth position. Got all that? Ugh. This, for me, is about my muscle memory. My hand knows what fourth position feels like. And if you don't know, play around with it. Okay, get used to it. Just playing a B to E drill, getting first finger to move confidently, and then think about how your hand feels, and think about how your arm feels, and think about how your shoulder feels, and notice where the shift is coming from. Bicep is where it's coming from, guys. And then think about throwing over the string. So you might want to even practice. Okay, I'm playing B, then A, then B, then 4 on D, A, then B, then 1 on D, A. So I get the feeling of crossing and crossing strings as well, because shifting and crossing strings as well. I'm not only moving up the fingerboard, I also have to move over the fingerboard, and that means the frame of my hand has to be directed by my arm and my swinging elbow. If you don't move your elbow, it's not going to work for you. So I play my 3, fourth position and cross, and place the finger when the frame of the hand arrives in first position. Amazing. So that's your bingo. If you can do that 5 times in a row really nicely, then try reintegrating it back into the music. But until you've got that D, 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 D working really well, don't bother playing the next part because your intonation relies on that shift being clean. Once you have that, pretty easy. Third position, you only need to edge back a semitone. You can shift here on your third finger, or you can stay in third position. My mordants aren't terrific with my fourth finger, so I have a tendency to shift there to second and mordant with the third. If you would rather shift with your third finger and mordant with the fourth finger, go for your life. It's amazing practice. You're now in second position no matter what you've done. You need to edge yourself back up to third position and place your C natural. Edge down to second, semitone. And now you're pretty well set. The end of the piece it's a recap of what you've already done. So there shouldn't be any dramas. Maybe in bar 42, just highlight the A flat. I sometimes find it goes out of tune because we played it with the second finger. We're playing. And then when we shift, people forget they're shifting back to an A flat. So whip out a highlighter, mark the A flats to yourself, make sure that your accidental does remain set for the whole bar and that you don't piff it out the window when you shift to first position, or you'll be really annoyed with your sound. That's it, that's the whole piece. It's quite a sedate tempo on the CD, so you can play along with that, and you should play along with it because it's a sonata and you should get used to working in partnership and listening across to the other part. It's not a solo accompanied by a pianist. It must be a partnership. Good luck.